We're talking butterfly passing. Toth, can I borrow you, buddy? Do you mind? Unfortunately, Toth's the long one, so he's always going to be the UK. I want to talk about the way I like to pass butterfly, which is not so much sprawl passing and more athletic movement, because I'm not athletic at all. I'm really gangly and kind of awkward when I move through the movements. So what I look at here is control as much as possible. Okay, so just go butterfly right here for me. He's just trying to butterfly guard. My idea here, first and foremost, is to get him flat. Slide back just a little bit here towards me. So I don't want him to get inside. If he shoots underhooks, like double unders here, and he gets his hands together, I'm in bad shape. Right, this is really, really bad for me. So as soon as somebody shoots a double under on me, the first thing I try to do is C-grip the biceps to at least mitigate some of that pulling power. And if I can, I try to do it before he gets his hands together. Toth is very long. It's not likely I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm sinking back, rolling my hips down. If I come off my heels, he just elevates me, and I can basically go wherever he wants me to go, okay? We don't want that. Not good for us. So first things first, we want to get him flat, right? Both shoulder blades on the floor, because if he has one hip up, he has power. I try to get to the inside, and I'll just frame on his legs in here, if I can. Head in, drive it flat, and I'll bring my knees to his butt. I kind of like to float and hop in, but if it's more comfortable, we can go 1, 2, and then I want to keep my elbows over his thighs to cage his hips. Right here. This is where we're working from, trying to control from here. Okay? Now, I'm going to try to trap his foot on the cross side with my hand. So I'll do this both ways so you guys can see it, but this hand's going to come over the thigh, and I'm going to try to go palm up to grab the cross foot or ankle. Ideally, we're over like the top of the foot right here. I'm like grabbing here. Okay? So I can get the end of the lever. I'll go over the top, trap this leg. From here, I'm staying nice and tight. Head is posted heavy, and I'm not bringing my legs away. I'm staying tight here. Okay? I'm going to bring one leg back so I can trap this leg with both of mine. So I'm going to come back and gather. His leg's going to be across my waist right here. Okay? Now that we've beaten the foot, we can worry about beating the knee. Okay? We're going to get to this position. We'll be working from this for most of the day. My goal, personally, is to get my right foot back here as tight to his glute as I can. It allows me to open my back hip a little bit without him slipping his foot out. Okay? Top side hand, elbow in. That's all I like to do. I'm going to heel toe up, and I'm not going to like step if I can help it. You can step, but if I lift up and he starts to give me resistance here, I can go over, right? I can lose base there. So I like to stay in heavy, heel toe until my knee is above his knee, and I'm just going to trap and gather to the inside. My knee drives into his hip. This hand is either going to be safe on the ribs or I'm trying to shoot across face. Okay, if he turns on his side, I forgot how to speak today. I'm framing his low spine right here so he can't shrimp away from me, right? I shut his hips off. Okay? Let's do it from the other direction real fast. So, when I'm here, butterfly in, I'm fighting to the inside. This is like our baseline is pummeling to the inside, get him flat. I'm going to drive, get him in, knee heavy. I can hang out here for a little bit if I need to, right? We can chill. I generally like to look in the direction I'm trying to pass. So in this scenario, it would be this way. So top side hand's coming over to grab the opposite side foot. Okay, it's generally pretty easy because you're going to try to have a butterfly hook in. Straighten my leg, gather. I'll kind of like pull the foot up into my hip socket right here. This knee stays nice and tight. If I need to, I can adjust over slightly, but this right knee is going to stay tight to the glute. I'm going to heel toe on the far side, trap the knee and turn. And if you look here, I'm pinching my knees together on his thigh, and I'm not letting this knee come in, because then he just has a knee shield, he start pushing me away, right? And you stay past the knee and gather here, okay? He's gonna turn on his side to try to shrimp. I have to cage his low hips here. From here, we can start working our cross faces or our step through, however you wanna pass from there. But I just want you guys to get this knee trap position for starters. Cool? Ready? 1, 2. Thanks, guys. Yeah, absolutely. What I want to think about doing here is passing one of a couple of ways, but generally I'm going to go to the mount or to side control. Fast. So we worked to our position where the foot is already trapped. So I'm here, just slide in a little bit closer here. So we're here, okay, I'm getting inside, and you can do this with a tight waist as well. I like to play heavy on the hips here just because my hands are more active. I'm going to go here, I'm reaching through, trapping, bringing my foot through. I'm walking over as I pinch my knee to his glute, blocking and trapping here, okay? Turn this way just a little bit for me. So when we're trapping in this scenario, my knee's gonna be in his hip socket generally so that he can't shrimp away as easily, and I wanna put pressure on his heel so he can't push with this leg, right? The easiest way to pass from here is just going to be a hip switch, in my personal opinion. So I'm going to go here. I'm low on his spine. I'm going to shoot a cross face. I'm going to push his head that way, pull his hips this way, and switch mine. Here to here. Then my back knee is going to come under his knee together. Into my side control. Okay? One more time on that one, just from the knee position. I'm here. I hit my cross face. I'm pulling the hips down. I'm pushing the face away. I switch under, and I gather. Right? So, secondary, there's a knee cut right here that's really fun. Okay? You can knee cut to the mount, or you can knee cut straight to side control. Something I like to play here is, again, I'm deep in the hip socket, playing here. We're low. This secondary hand's going to change depending on like where they go, generally. So, if, for example, he's here, okay, and he's pushing really hard into me with his foot, I'm generally just going to hip switch, right? Because if I don't, he's going to elevate my hips. But if I get here and I can pressure his heel into his butt, or maybe he turns his toes down, I can go to the mount or cut across really easily. Come here. Slide forward a little bit. So here, okay? Pinching in. I can cut across this way pretty simply if his foot drops below my knee line. However, this foot is going to be a problem if I try to do anything that raises my other leg, because he's going to push me away. So when I cage, that top side hand that was trapping the foot is just going to stay. Okay, so I let go of it to kind of cage the hips, but if I get him flat to pass, I can switch back, right? The reason I stay here is so he doesn't shrimp away from me. But let's say I like drive him, I get him flat, I can now reach back over with my top side hand to grab that foot. From here, all I need to do is cut to the hip, pulling the foot, drop under, shoot my underhook to the mount, and then settle, okay? Alternatively, if I have the foot and I want to go to side control and I don't want to hip switch, my knee is going to come up and across here, okay? So it's here to here. Slip through, come under, right? I'll do it the other direction so we can see. Just face this way for me, and then on your, yeah. So we're here, okay? In this pocket, right? For the first back step, I'm trapping the low hips, shooting a tight cross face over. I drop in, and then I bring my knee under. If we come all the way across to the drag, fantastic. Really strong there. I'm here. If I can get him flat with the cross face, from here, I'll go back to the foot. You guys see that? I'll go from here to here. Once I'm here, I can just slice over to side control if I'd like, or what I like is keeping the foot heavy. I'm going to bring my knee to his hip here. Drop across to my underhook, sprawl out and settle. Questions? Ready? 1, 2. Thank you guys.